We use around 8 million Christmas trees in the UK every year, and while a lot of them are recycled, used in anything from cedar fences to being fed to goats, many of them, around 160,000 tonnes, still end up in landfill, where they release carbon dioxide and methane back into the atmosphere. It doesn't have to be like this. Christmas trees are actually very useful to us gardeners. They've got these lovely leaves which bundled together make fantastic invertebrate habitats. You can chop up the whole thing and add it to your log pile. If you're lucky enough to have a shredder, you can shred the whole thing and then use those shreddings as a mulch, which is particularly useful for acidic living plants like blueberries. Simply top dress with a really lovely thick layer of mulch, and all of that acidic Christmas tree loveliness will go down into the soil and help those trees grow better. You can also add clippings to your compost heap, where the sort of slightly more brown twiggy material will just help that compost heap break down a bit quicker, aerate the heap and give you a really lovely compost as well. I'm going to make a little invertebrate habitat with some of the branches from this tree, and I'm going to show you how. These lovely leaves make a fantastic overwintering habitat for invertebrates. So I'm going to use some of the branches to make a bug hotel. Now you might be thinking, hang on a minute, aren't the bugs already hibernating? And of course they are. It's the middle of winter. They tend to go into hibernation in autumn. However, sometimes they wake up early. They might wake up on a mild day and think it's spring and then go back into hibernation, or they might be disturbed by gardening activities. So if this bug hotel is ready and waiting for anything that needs it from late December, early January, then that's all the better for the insects. So I'm going to start with some of the outer branches here and just put these in. The lovely thing about Christmas trees is that you can scrunch them up really tight, and so if I just put this in here, you can see already that that's going to make a really cosy habitat for bugs. Use some smaller branches now. So it's important to really pack these in, and so there's not much wiggle room inside, so that any insects that do get in get really, really cosy. There we go. So I've used this old chimney pot to make my bug hotel. I think it'll make quite an interesting little bug hotel. You can use anything. You can use an old plastic drinks bottle, you can use a box, and just pack it really tight. The same premises there, just pack it really tight with the branches of your Christmas tree. You can also just tie the branches into bundles. This is really effective as well, but just make sure you've got a really nice big bundle. It's really important for overwintering insects that they remain dry throughout winter. So now it's full, I'm just going to trim off the ends. So that's made a really nice dense habitat now, and you can imagine lots of overwintering insects. If they find that on a sunny afternoon in the middle of winter, it might look like a nice cosy place to go and rest. So I'm just going to pack the back as well, just to make sure it's as snug as it possibly can be. Pop these in. And then trim them off as I did with the front. So here's the finished bug hotel. Now to hang an overwintering habitat, you need to put it in a north-facing aspect, because if it was south-facing, it would get very warm during the day and then very cold at night, which disturbs the insects. They can't hibernate as well as they could if it was just a regular temperature. So somewhere north-facing, where the temperature doesn't fluctuate too much, is perfect for this. I'm just going to wrap some twine around each end so that I can hang it onto my trellis.